Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is a late review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 3, Episode 2. 47 problems, but this land ain't one. All right, so, and I was really, I'm late because I wasn't going to keep it. I wasn't going to keep doing this one, and I wasn't going to keep doing Potomac. It stayed at like 17 views for like 2 weeks, and I was just like, well, we're not gonna waste time, you know? If the people don't want to watch it, if the people don't care about what's going on the Love and Marriage Huntsville or the Potomac, I ain't got to do it. Y'all got to listen. Y'all got to understand that I enjoy some of these shows as well. And so if I don't have to take notes, if I don't have to, go the extra mile and notes and review it, I won't. Especially if you're not watching. But it got a couple of more views, and I felt like, well, I ain't gonna let all 23 of y'all down. So here we are. We're gonna keep at it. We're gonna keep at it and just hope and pray that more people find their way to Call Me Busby so that y'all can get in on these reviews, because I love this show and I like reviewing it because it's so much to talk about. Okay, anyway, Kimmy and Maurice, they are at their office, and he sees that she has something on her mind. He's just like, you look like you got a lot on your mind. You want to talk about it? And she tells him about the conversation that she had with Tisha. Kimmy, she feels like, she says that she's been hearing the things that Tisha has said about her. She's supposed to be her sister and all of that, but Tisha around there running off at the mouth, and she's just like, all I'm hearing is I ain't a good sister. Like, I don't measure up as a sister. Like, and I don't get it. She just don't feel like what she's doing wrong. She don't understand what she's doing wrong as a friend. Tisha and Marceau are also talking. They're talking about the picnic. She's pleased, that, she got her a Rolex. She's like, oh, I love my little gift. I've been wearing it ever since. She's been wearing it ever since. Anyway, she says that the picnic went well, and she was like, she missed her mama, but she realized that the picnic went well because mama wasn't there. So yeah, chances are Wanda don't need to be at no more of the family, at no more of the events. I mean, she can come to a little bit of stuff because Wanda keeps it up. She keeps it up. She gives us just what we need. She brings up that, she talked to Kimmy, and she's like, Kimmy, should know now what she expects out of their friendship, out of their relationship, and hopefully that Kimmy, will abide by it. So are there rules that she needs to abide by? Tisha, girl, F you, okay? F you. Ain't nobody got to, I'm not abiding by shit, okay? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Anyway, Maurice and Kimmy, they're still talking, and he's asking, does Tisha like see you as a sister, or is she just saying it? And Kimmy don't know. Tisha wants a ride or die. Like she wants somebody that's gonna stand up for her, good, bad, indifferent, all that. She wants ride or die. And Kimmy ain't one of them girls. Kimmy's like, girl, I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong. And that's a friend. I would rather my friend rebuke me and correct me when necessary, as opposed to just rolling over and being a minion. I feel like that's what Tisha wants, a minion. And good and well, Kimmy ain't that girl, like, at all. She ain't doing it. Marceau changes the subject. We back over there with Tisha and Marceau. He changes the subject to Tisha's family. Like, oh yeah, about your family. Like they were on one. They were on some bullshit at the party. And she's like, what about it? She kind of like had a defensive tone. Girl, your family a mess, and what you sent them over there to do. So don't act like you didn't know what was going on. It was either Tisha that sent the family. It's probably Wanda. It was probably Wanda, because she knew she couldn't be there. So somebody had to keep up the mess, like she normally does. He says that, brother, which Tisha's brother, walked up on him and asked him about the outside baby. Now we didn't see that, but they showed us the clip. I guess, you know, they filmed it, but they didn't show it to us until this week. And the brother, you know, I heard in the streets that you got an illegitimate baby, you know, like what's up with that? And Marceau tells him, you know, that he could be an uncle. And it's like, no, because he says, you know, I'm Tisha's brother. And he gonna say, well, could be uncle. He's such an asshole. Like, anybody else's brother probably would have popped you. You know, it would have been a problem. Don't play with my sister. Are you fucking crazy? Don't play with her like that. And it's not a joke. It's not a game. Marceau really be thinking that won't nobody run up on his ass. You ain't scary. People can take you. And I feel like Marceau is more talk anyway. So I think that's what gets me. Like, I just, between him and Martell, I don't know who is worse. I don't know who's worse. Anyway, and I feel like Martell be the one somebody not liking this video. Because every time I review Love and Marriage Huntsville, it's always one person that's like, I don't like it. And it's probably his ass. Or Marceau. Both of y'all. That's what I got to say. Anyway, Tisha says, you know, they on social media trying, you know, believing everything. You know, she would have been divorced him and took him for everything he got if he had ever had an outside child on her. And he tells her that he wouldn't divorce her for an outside baby. Yeah, right. What man? What man? Like, men can't even take, you know, their girlfriend cheating on them, let alone your wife. And she got pregnant, so she let that man raw dog her. And that's what plays at, you know, in the forefront of their minds, what she let another man do, you know. And so I'm just not buying it, Marceau. You say that, but I'm just not buying it. And I believe the outside baby rumor. I believe it. And if it ain't no outside baby, I sure believe he dibbling and dabbling, you know, and gallivanting all around town with everybody but Tisha. So, yeah, it ain't far-fetched, Marceau. It's just not. Melody, she packing up the kids. They going to go stay with Martell. You know, Martell comes over, and Melody is pleasant enough, whatever. She wants to step outside and talk to Martell about, you know, co-parenting. You know, they've been doing it, you know, for a short time. You know, sometimes Marceau don't be wanting to get the kids. You know, they kind of rehash that. And she brings up, you know, his posts and all of that. Because, of course, it's all Melody. It's Melody that's the one who is, you know, who goes overboard on social media. And she is the one who is always coming at him. And we don't believe that. I'm not buying that at all. We bring up the whole picture, you know, the picture he took of he and Milani going to preschool, but he, you know, had to mention that fifth child in it. And he tells her, you know, I can understand that was, you know, a bit much. I can understand it was too soon. I can understand how offensive it was. Although I don't see a problem with addressing or talking about my, you know, my newest child, I still probably shouldn't have done that. And so, you know, she's cool with that. It's okay. So now let's talk about therapy. They're going to talk about therapy. They had a little back and forth. Like, I'm not going through that because it's not important. But they agree that they're going to go to therapy together. So that he agrees. I was shocked. But Martell agrees that they do need a third party to help them with this co-parenting stuff. And he agrees they're going to do it. So Melody goes on in the house. When he knocks on the door, I guess it's taking too long for the kids to come downstairs. So he knocks on the door. And when he goes in the house, Melody mama's there. She's the one who answers the door. And, you know, she lets him, oh, you can stand right here at the door and wait. Ain't no going upstairs. Ain't no none of that. You can wait right here. And she's just like, yeah, you've been real busy. You've been a mess lately. You've had a lot to say. And he tries to, you know, he don't be, that's how he is. He don't do the eye contact with her or nothing. It's just, and he's like that when he know he wrong. Like, by now, I think everybody can read Martell like a book. And when he is met with an uncomfortable conversation and he knows he's in the wrong, like, you ain't about to disrespect that girl mama, so I'ma just stand here and I ain't looking in her direction. She talking to me, but these kids need to hurry up and come on downstairs before I cuss their grandmama out. That's the vibe he was giving off. You know, of course he feels like he hasn't done anything. You know, he hasn't done anything wrong. Of course, it's always Melody, it's always her, and it's like, nah. Before he tries to like defend himself a little bit, and she's just like, save it. Just fucking save it. Save it, you know, save it. And he's like, all right, kids, come on downstairs because your grandmama just put her hand up in my face and I ain't appreciate that. And she's like, see, that's what we talking about. Why you do? We having a whole conversation here, and you just done drug the kids in it unnecessarily. You know, they come trickling down the stairs, and she's just like, why you doing it? He's like, because don't disrespect me when I come over here to get my kids. Don't disrespect me. Again, he ain't looking at her. Don't disrespect me. F your respect. You don't respect nobody. Talking about respect. You got to give respect to get respect. And it's just no. Okay, it's just no. Then we see Monster. Monster is outside playing with playing basketball, and Maurice pulls up. Maurice, and it seems so staged. Yeah, okay, he was just outside playing basketball in his school clothes. Cause what black mama letting you come home from school and then go right back outside in them clothes? If you don't take them good clothes off and then, change clothes and then you can go back outside. Yeah, I ain't buying it. But anyway, he was out there shooting around, and Maurice says, okay, the boy getting ready to go to 9th grade. It's time to put all childish things aside. Because I guess now it's time for him to be a man. Maurice is he really gets on my nerves with that. Like, he really does. Because, for one, he's just like 13. So, why he got to put childish things aside? He's a child. He's not an adult. He's not 17. He's not a junior in high school getting ready to be a senior, really needing to think about college or think about what he's going to do with his future. It's not that. It's just 9th grade, Maurice. It's just 9th grade, but whatever. They go back in the house, to sit down with Kimmy. She asks him, so what you gonna do this summer? Is that what you'll be doing this summer? And he says he want to work. He gonna mow lawns. And she's like, you want to mow lawns? Look at my lawn. You ain't been out there. Oh, but you want to mow other people's lawns. Okay. All right. Whatever. They switch gears or whatever. And Maurice asked him if he's decided what high school he's going to go to. He has, decided on the school. It's the same school that his cousins are at. And I'm thinking these are Marceau's boys that he was mentioning. But anyway, his cousins go to the same school. And so that's the school he want to go to. Okay, now we got to call Kiowa. Maurice going to just prop up the phone in front of him and Monster. They let her know that he decided on a school, and she's like, what made you choose that school? Of course, like I said, it's because his cousins are there. While they're talking, Kimmy just has, I just want you to know that the whole gang is here. We're all here. Yeah, hey girl, what's up? So yeah, we were thinking about, and she really leaned over. We were thinking about planning a little something for the cousins, a little graduation party. I just wanted to fill you in on that. I wanted to make sure that, Monster and Maurice let you know about the shindig that we were planning. Okay, girl, I'll see you later. She leans back out of the frame and she's like, in her confessional, she's like, he always doing that. It's almost like he's doing it on purpose. And it probably is purposely that he tries to make it a private thing. And she's like, no, I'm the bonus mama around here. And I make decisions anyway concerning him. So y'all gonna have to keep me abreast to what's going on. And until he wants to include me, I'ma just keep butting in. That's just that. Martell, he goes to Chris's house. And, he talking about, I'm bracing myself. I didn't know if Melody was going to be in the backyard or not. Okay, whatever. Chris tells him, that he's been studying for his builder's license, and Martell done failed it a few times, so he got to take it too. And he's like, well, it seemed to me like we need to be studying together. Yes, you do, because if Martell just gonna keep failing the test, he ain't gonna never get that builder's license. So he might want to sit down and study himself. Crack open your book and get your notepad. Chris tells him that the 47-acre deal has been closed. So whoop whoop, finally. We ain't got to hear about that no more. It ain't like it's only been a year and a half. Martell, he's happy that the deal finally closed, whatever. And then Chris tells him that the buyer inquired about Melody and did whether or not she had her business license. And, he tells him, I went to her, and she was basically like, I should come and talk to you. And so I'm talking to you. I'm filling you in on everything. So he was happy about that. He was appreciative of the fact that Melody kind of looked out for him, kind of looked out, for his interests, because this was, something important to him. He also upset at Chris that Chris would go to Melody and not come to him. Like, he feels like he's really giving pick me right now. It's why not me? Why would you go to her? Like, I'm your friend. As a friend, where do your loyalties lie? He's like, where the business is, where the coin is, where the client is. The client want her, not me. The client said, go talk to Melody. So I did, She the one with the builder's license, and that's what they need. It's just simple business. It's nothing personal. And Martell is taking it personally. He tries to, have a little spat a little bit. And Chris is just like, listen, I ain't thinking about you. Because he's like, oh, you want to partner with my ex-wife. He's trying to make it more than it is. Martell, please. Please. You lose, okay? You snooze, you lose. That's all that's going on here. Okay. Oh, I missed something. I completely missed something. Melody. Sorry about that, y'all. Melody, before this, Melody went and sat with her friend Tiffany. And I'm thinking this is going to be a cast member prospect. Like, I think we filling her out a little bit. But anyway, this Tiffany is Melody's friend, who she met while they were working at where were they working together? I can't remember. But anyway, she's a Chamber of Commerce. She's a business consultant, among other things. Melody needs her. She needs her services. Tiffany, asks how Melody's doing, and Melody shares, how she's been going, how things have been going with her. She's been getting to know herself better. She's happy, and she's also happy to have befriended Tiffany, who went through something very similar. She's been divorced as well. And, Tiffany, gives us her little story, gives us insight. She's like, oh, it was rough at first, sis. It was real rough. But you're going to get through. I'm okay now, and you're going to be okay. You're going to be all right. Melody switches gears. She says she needs help balancing it all. She's a mom. She's an entertainer. She is all of these things. She got all, jack of all trades. And so she wants to hire some interns that come from an HBCU, preferably her alma mater. I think she came from Alabama A&M. Yeah, because that's the HBCU, right? Alabama State is not an HBCU. Don't get me to lying. There are so many HBCUs. Like, I don't know them all. I know mine, and I know the ones, that people went to in my little close circle, but I don't know if Alabama State is the HBCU or if it's Alabama A&M. I want to say it's A&M. That's where they went. Don't quote me. Okay, don't quote me. Anyway, friend says she gonna get it together. She gonna get them people, because Melody has all these businesses that need to, stay running. And being that she's a single mom now, she's gonna need a little help with that. Okay, now we back over here with Chris and Martell. She also invited Tiffany to Destiny's She's supposed to be having a birthday situation. She don't know when it's gonna be or what time or where it's gonna be at, but she knows she planning something for her birthday, and she says, "You want to come? You want to come with?" Tiffany says she's gonna come with. Okay, we back to Chris and Martell. Martell feeling betrayed. Whatever, he feeling betrayed, and Chris is just like, "It is what it is, sir. It is what it is. I'm still waiting to hear back from Melody. Like, she didn't make a decision or anything like that. So it is what it is." Martell and Melody, they meet for therapy. They're even doing a confessional together. They meet for therapy. They sit down with their therapist. She asks how the kids are doing. Melody right away is like, not so good. Her oldest is reserved. The middle child, also has a few, signs of trauma. The 5-year-old, boss baby, because I don't know how old Milani is. But anyway, the 5-year-old is writing songs, about heartbreak. And so, yeah, it's not all good with the kids. Her son holds a little bit of resentment towards Martell, seeing his mama crying and all upset. Yeah, he don't like that. Martell, on the other hand, he thinks the opposite. Oh, the kids are fine. I don't think they need any therapy. I don't think they need a counselor, coming in and creating a bigger problem. He don't see therapy for the kids. He don't see it. He also stopped seeing his other therapist, talking about he was too biased. And Martin Melody is like, oh, he biased, or he, just another man calling out yo shit. Yeah, that's what that was, talking about he was biased. No, he wasn't. I don't think he was biased at all. I think he just wasn't here for your shit. And he was going to let you know that. Martell sheds light on his financial situation, that because sometimes when it's time for him to get the kids, he's like, oh, y'all keep doing what y'all doing, or he, tries to stall a little bit. And it's because financially he's just not doing as well as he was. He's not able to do the things that he used to do with his children, and he starts to cry. Like, voice starts shaking and everything. He was genuinely emotional about that. Melody also cried, and he looking around for tissue. I said, does the man have a heart? Is there a heart in there? Like, does it work? I couldn't believe that. Melody reaches out, like, tries to rub his shoulder a little bit, and he's like, get off me, Mel. Stop. And the therapist is like, are you having issues or something right now? Like, with accepting the emotional support from her? And yeah, he is. Melody, she tells him, you're going to have to step it up. You're going to have to, you can't just lay down. You got to do things differently. You got 5 kids. And he's like, why you had to say that? You got 5 kids, Martell. Why not just talk? You stick to the 4 kids we got. But you got 5 kids. Not like, I'm just making sure you got 5 kids. He don't want her bringing up that 5th child in therapy, though. Don't be bringing up my baby on this show. I honestly think that's what this is about. Like, we're not going to talk about the 5th child on the show. We're not doing that. In their confessional, they go back and forth about whose fault it is that the kids know. Because he says the kids know I cheated because you told them. And she's like, no, they heard every fight. They saw it all. What you mean? I told them. I ain't had to tell them nothing. They know you a cheater. That's what that is. Like, it is what it is. You can't try to backpedal now and try to save face. Because he knows that they've argued and that they've done things, and said some things towards one another that the kids may or may not have heard. And his thing is, I told you to, relax. I told you to lower your voice. I've always told you to not, allow the kids to hear this. And she's like, and I've told you to stop cheating. But did you do that? No, he didn't, girl. No, he didn't. She says you should have kept your penis in this household and we wouldn't be here. Then he gonna say, oh, yes, we would. Oh, really? She's like, really? Because you beg for me to come back every other day. And he says, well, I wouldn't utter nothing like that if it weren't for the kids. So now it's for the kids that you want to get back together with Melody. All right, Martell. Melody, she wants the kids, to know about their other sibling. You know, she wants to sit down and have that conversation. Of course, Martell is like, oh no, we're not doing that. We won't be doing that at all. The therapist chimes in and she tells her own story about, you know, the time her husband had to tell their children or their son that, you know, that he was expecting another child. And, you know, she says that they tackled it as a team. And when the children see you working together, it's easier. And I'm sure that that's the truth. I'm sure, you know, because kids, of course, you don't want to see your parents going at it, going back and forth. It makes me think of the Betty Broderick situation. Like, her kids were completely turned against her. Like, completely. Now, granted, she did some things, said some things that, you know, may have helped, you know, in that whole thing. But he tarnished them kids. He definitely did. Her husband had them kids feeling like their mama was a nutcase. Anyway, back to this. The therapist, in saying that, you know, that they worked as a team and she allowed her ex-husband to tell his truth, you know, without her interjecting. You know, she just sat there and was supportive. And so she says, always show up as a team. And, you know, they high five. They can agree to that. They get outside. And he tells her that he appreciates her, you know, for kind of having his back, you know, when Chris approached her about that 47-acre deal. And she's like, oh, wait a minute, don't get it twisted now. I'm still considering it. Oh, he ain't like that. Now it's, girl, you ain't never built no house by. Ain't gonna turn around and walk away. He's such a child. He is such a child. She hollering. But Martell, you ain't never built no house either. You ain't laid no sheetrock. You ain't laid nothing. You ain't put up no drywall, no none of that. So we in the same boat. And he's like, why would you say that? See, I don't like that. So like she said, what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander. So you can just throw out there that I ain't never built no house, but I can't say the same about you. Facts are, you guys had a business, created a business, and you hired contractors. That's cool. That's all right. Ain't nobody mad with that. The business is still yours. The builder's license is still hers. So what difference does it make? Shit. Anyway, that's where it ends, guys. That's where it ends out. I got to still do Potomac before Sunday, before it comes on again, and then I'm backed up again. Because we already backed up with Encore. I got to watch Encore 2 and get that one to you guys. But anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.